Here we go, week one. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He finds an opening past the 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
2 at the Lions' 37-yard line.
They'll run with Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And the Bears first down.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. The 40, the 30, 10, and that's a touchdown. But hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Run for Pollard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off.
You know they pay me extra for this.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Working from the gun, Wentz. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. A great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Lions 7, Bears nothing.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Hard to forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well, down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Off the play fake. Jones. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Chris Godwin there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this with PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here's Pollard. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Carl Joseph came roaring in on the safety blitz.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On third down, Pollard. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
It's a gain of 8.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They do go for it. It's Wentz. This pass complete to Higgins. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Throwing on first down, Jones. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off play action. Jones. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Stephon Diggs. 46 yards. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And his kick is good.
The score, Lions 21, Bears nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and which one?
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Tony Pollard, 83 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. This will make it into the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Here's Jones to throw again. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of the defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
He's got his own pro receiver, Michael Thomas. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Jones. He'll fire deep for Rager. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Stephon Gilmore. And he is all the way up past the 25. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
A false start backs him up 5, first and 15. Now Pollard, and he just pushes way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 34-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return is Hines. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Lions on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Tight right there.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Off play action. Jones. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake. Jones. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Off play action. Jones. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now Jones. Off play action. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Here's Hines. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throw in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Going to run again here with Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He was no gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. And it's third down.
On third down, here's Bell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Fourth down now after a loss of... Two.
Three and out. Fourth down.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This will be fielded at the 17. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the Lions will take over.
They're on 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Off play action. Jones. Going deep for Diggs. They almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. First down, Pollard. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Back now at Ford Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Here's Pollard again. Maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Jones took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, batted free. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Kyle Duggar brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Take it at the 37. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over.
1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
To say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's Eason off the play fake. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. The opening week, certainly he didn't want to throw an interception, but the rookie got it out of the way. That's the first of his career.
Veterans throw interceptions week 1, week 2, week 3. It happens along the way, but you're right. He got it out of the way. It's over. The big thing for him is, can he answer this question when he gets to the sideline? What did you see? Why did you make that throw? They'll work with it from there.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd and 5 now. Jones looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Jones off the play fake. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
At the 35-yard line.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Jones now. Off play action. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 and away to the 3. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Taken about 7 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now again here to Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of a yard.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got a moonwalk. The 20, 10, and a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good.